Hi, it's Filo. Welcome back. In October, I finished 4 books, and here are my spoiler-free reviews and the spreads I created in my reading journal. First, I read The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Usman. It's the first installment in a series in which 4 friends investigate unsolved murders from their retirement village in England. This book was very entertaining. A lot happens, it's a bit all over the place, and there are quite a few characters, but I didn't mind, and I always appreciate some good British humor. It kind of reminds me of Only Murders in the Building. We just finished watching season 4, by the way. Anyway, the characters in this story are very caricatural, and it's also a bit theatrical at some points. So I expected something entertaining, but not really too profound. Except the author felt the need to sparkle some litfic in there, and that's where I didn't connect with it. He talks about getting old and lonely, he talks about dementia, grief, and quite a lot of heavy stuff in this one. But personally, I read mysteries for the entertainment and the humor, the whodidit, not sad litfic. I appreciate litfic, but that's another kind of book for another mood. And he talks about too many things he didn't really choose, so it was not really explored or approached well. And then I like a good detective that has the same clues as I have, but they're smarter than me, they catch the bad guy and bring him to justice, right? But here, the main character in the group has just access to more information than us, and it's not really fair play. But yeah, I had fun. I didn't guess it. I was fooled, which is what I want. It's not great literature, but it's easy to read. And about the moral of the story, I'm a bit confused and bothered. But anyway, I like the spread I did about it. I played with a watercolor, with brown watercolor all around for a creepy fall atmosphere, a few stickers and washi tapes. And my favorite here has to be the title I copied from the cover, alternating calligraphy and my stencil. Now the thing is, it was a lot cheaper to buy the first 3 books in the series than buying them one by one, and I had heard that the second one is the best one in the series, so I had taken a leap of faith and bought all 3, and I wanted to give it a second chance. Those are probably not the best reasons, but I did read The Man Who Died Twice right after The Thursday Murder Club. In this one, the plot is way more focused and simple, I think, but the relationships between the characters and with the police are very stereotypical and frankly cheesy. I have a hard time with cheesiness, but I did read it. Also, the clues go from hand to hand before reaching the police, and they are miraculously still valid, so you have to suspend your disbelief for that. I don't know if the humor got lost in all this, but I felt like there was less of it. There's also less litfic, which I'm not mad about. But then again, my main problem is with the moral of the story. Everybody's grey, they take justice into their own hands, and they have clues because they're well connected. We only have obvious clues that frankly lead nowhere. The police is useless, but they become friends and basically partners in crime, which allow them to do anything illegal in order to get revenge, not justice. So I really prefer Poirot or Miss Marple or everyone in my family, Their goal is not revenge, but justice. The ones that want revenge are the bad ones. So I decided I won't continue reading this series. Then I read The One by John Marrs. What if we just had to do a DNA test to be automatically matched with our soulmate? I was expecting a heavy sci-fi oriented book with a deep reflection on the meaning of love, looking for someone, making it work and last. And it's really not that. I was very surprised. But honestly, I think it's probably better this way. Here we follow 5 different characters in alternate chapters, and we see how their lives are shaken up from the day they receive their match. It's more a what could go extremely wrong, plot heavy and full of twists. That was a ride, and I enjoyed it a lot. Definitely kept me on my toes. And I mean, there was some reflection on love, but not in a lesson-giving way, more of a thought-provoking plot with extreme scenarios, and definitely more meant to surprise and entertain than to explore it in depth. It's a page-turner. Maybe I could have guessed stuff if I had time to think about it, but I didn't. I was way too invested, and I was invested in all 5 stories. So I'm going to need to read more of his backlist. Let me know if you read some of his books and if I should prioritize one in particular. On this page, I played with the contrast I liked in this book. I framed the whole spread with these washi stickers with roses, oranges, and watermelons. And then I recreated the title with my own fingerprint. That was a lot of fun. And then for the splotches, I used the same coffee stain stencil I used in my November bullet journal Plan With Me video. Finally, maybe I got a bit carried away. I just splashed red paint over everything. That was fun, in a very weird way. Then I read Animal Farm by George Orwell. That's a short allegory on the Russian Revolution and the communist regime. Here, the animals rebel against the humans and take over the farm. It's a satirical fable that was published in 1945 and was meant to denounce the regime, so it had to be clear and short, easy to read and understand in order to reach as many people as possible. It's become a classic and it's studied in schools, but I didn't study classics in school, so I'm a bit late. So yeah, reading it in my late 30s and 80 years after its publication, it's not exactly news to me, and it doesn't have the same effect. It feels a bit short and simple, and at times it's structured in a very mechanical way, like a catalogue of manipulation techniques. So still a must-read for a younger audience, but I'm a bit underwhelmed, probably because of the high expectations I had. Since, I was feeling creative, I used my stencil to make this font that emulate the way they paint the name of the farm on the barn, and I copied the initial rules of the animal farm and hid the new rules underneath. So, those are the books I read in October. Apparently, I read 4 books from British authors. Totally didn't plan that, but okay. Let me know if you read any of these, or tell me what you're reading. It's always nice to read your recommendations below. If you've made it till the end, leave me this emoji. If something caught your eye, everything I used is linked down below with my discount codes. And if you enjoy my reviews or these pages, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you soon in the next one, and until then, enjoy reading